I'm Kemetic, Het Heru. Welcome back to Kemetic Tuesday. I know it's been a few weeks, and the reason why is because I don't want to water this stuff down. I'd rather it be higher quality than higher quantity. So if I don't have something of value to do on a Kemetic on a Tuesday, I don't want to just put something out because it's Tuesday. So if there's gaps in the middle, that's why. I'm not giving up on y'all, I promise. Um, so today I want to talk about Het Heru and the importance of that within our sonship journey, within our spiritual experience, and what she as a nature, as a principle, can represent one of the dimensions of her being. So let's get started. The name Heteru means the house of Heru. Heru means the sons of the Most High, or the son of the Most High, that which is up above, that which is of the heavens. There's a few ways you can interpret Heru, but Het Heru is the house of whatever you believe Heru is. It's the home, it's the abode. But there's a dimension of Het Heru. So in certain capacities, they present Het Heru as the wife of Heru. And while that is true on a certain dimension, that's not the angle that I'm coming at it today on. Het Heru is the embodiment of the womb of Nut. Nut being the celestial mother herself, the feminine presentation of heaven itself. And Het Heru represents that womb. It's the womb of creation. It's the cosmic birthing chamber by which the Neteru emerged from. See, in the Kemetic creation story, as it would, the story starts with Ra or Atum, who is the all-in-one, the all that can be. He then spits out of himself, releases from himself, Shu and Tefnut, masculine and feminine, representing the concept of gases and liquids. Then the generation later, you have Nut and Geb, the heavens and the earth. Something that is cosmic and something that is physical, something that is heavenly and something that is tangible and up close. Following them, they have what is considered the first ancestors, the first family, which is people's favorite deities, Asar, Set, Nebuchadnezzar, and Aset, right? Or Greek words, Osiris, Isis, Seth, and Nephthys, and also Heru, who often gets excluded. I've done a session on him before. Now, the beautiful thing about those first ancestors is that there's certain streams of Kemeticism that recognize them as historical figures, saying that it's simple to say that none of the Neteru before those five are physical. And that even comes down to understanding Kemeticism as a science, representing a formula, right? Because there is a truth that overarches all throughout Kemeticism that all of the Neteru are principles that represent certain sciences and certain aspects of reality and or divinity, aspects of nature. So one of the truths is that when you're looking at the origin of those gods, when you're looking at the origin of those natures, those principles, what you see is that they are the offspring of Nut and Geb, not just the sky and the earth, but the heavens and physicality. Geb doesn't just represent earth, he represents the state of matter that is a solid. So their offspring, following the same train of thought, is what happens when that which is heavenly or cosmic becomes solid, which is why it's at this point that it's believed that Asar, Set, Nebuchadnezzar, and Aset all have some level of physical reality. Yes, there are myths based on them, and they themselves represent principles which can be used metaphorically, but it's for just understanding the science that it's extremely likely that there is some historical context to them at some point. Even when discussing Asar, I believe it is Plutarch who says that when talking about Asar, he speaks of him as a historical figure, saying that he traveled the world without any weapons, civilizing it. It's a powerful statement, right? saying that our civilization itself can be traced back to Asar. But that's not really the point of this session, not just to kind of push for an idea of the Heteru being physical. I've asked the question before, just to feed into that topic a little bit, that if we recognize the story of Imhotep, how he was once historical and is now mythological, is now considered one of the Heteru, is that story possible for any others? Just something to think on. Now, for what I actually want to talk about is that this outline of the heavens becoming physical, the heavens becoming solid, manifesting as individual aspects of reality, coming through Het Heru, who is the womb of Nut herself. Oh, this is the born again experience. See, it said, even when discussing the Gospels, it's talking about, in a better language, it's recognizing that you're born from above or being born from above. Well, this matches perfectly. If the real journey is recognizing who you are as a heavenly being and reconnecting with that, who you are as Heru. Heru representing your divine sonship state. Heru ends with U. It's plural, funny enough. Heru represents all of us, which is why we all can find ourselves in Heru. He's not just one person per se, he's all of us. He represents all of us as children of the divine and reveals our placement. Seated in a position of dominion in heavenly places. After we conquer our flesh, the story of Heru very much mirrors our spiritual journey of overcoming carnality to rule and reign in spirituality. Done a session on Heru. So it's in this that you could say that the born again concept that Christians try to have a copyright on doesn't originate in Christianity. It originates in Kemet. Recognizing that humanity itself is divine and has a place in the heavens, that our origin is heavenly. We are physical embodiments of heavenly truths, cosmic realities, spiritual principles. You, my friend, are the Heteru. And it's through the principle of Het Heru that you actually get to access that, the house of Heru. You could even see Het Heru as the training grounds of Heru. It's the incubator, right? It's the format that you're in that gives you life and reconnects you with your purpose. Het Heru holds the record of who you are as Christ, who you are as Heru, which then gives you some level of understanding to who you're meant to be on the earth. What aspect of divinity are you embodying? Oh, that comes through the womb of Heteru. It's hard to get it unless you realize that you are born from above. And once you do, to the level in which you understand that cosmic record is the degree that you begin to manifest those realities on the earth. So take this as some level of confirmation, take it as some level of inspiration that you have a higher purpose, that you are divine, you are a son. Take Yeshua, for instance. He walks around and he tells people, hey, don't you know that ye are gods? In Hebrew, that's Elohim, gods. Yeshua was also Kemetic. It fits just as well to say, don't you know that ye are the Heteru? You are the principles of nature. You are the aspects of the creator. You are the aspects of divinity itself. You are of the royal family. Yeah, you're a bit more important than you might have thought that you were. And this isn't just a metaphorical thing. This is, see, the purpose of a myth or a metaphor is to get you into the right state where you can access the truth. This is how myths can be this is how a myth can have no historical bearing, but have the same level of importance, if not more importance, because it reveals a truth that doesn't go away. This is why the story of Heru still inspires us, even if we don't want to admit that we're inspired by it, is because it speaks to who we are as Heru. It speaks to our heavenly stature. Het Heru is our incubation. Het Heru embodies the born again experience. Y'all, I had fun. Yes, I'm back. I am going on a trip soon, so videos in general will be somewhat spotty because I'm not even going to be in the country. But for those of you who haven't already, check out my recent book that came out, Kemetic Prayers. Paperback and ebook version are available on Amazon. This is a compilation of prayers, hesses, affirmations, hymns, all of that stuff. Some simple things that you can add to your own spiritual practice, your life. This stuff works. I've already been receiving testimonies of people being changed for the better after incorporating some of what's in that book into their everyday lives. As usual, if you want to connect with me or any of the stuff that I have going on, be sure to check out my website, caveofmystery.org. Join the Patreon, join the Discord. We have every first Saturday of the month, we have a session on Patreon. We have a session on Discord. So if any of that interests you, check it out. I love y'all. Until next time. Later.